And a warm welcome back to the game Katawa Shoujo. Yep, totally that game. You excited? I'm excited, so let's get on. After class, I make my way to my room. Muthu really piled on the homework today. Oh God! Before I can open my door, however, I'm suddenly intercepted by Kenji, who has just exploded out of his own room in a flurry of papers. Hey, we need to talk! These rooftop shenanigans of yours, man! They've gotta stop! What? You're running around on the rooftop with the limbless wonders! They are women, man! You get yourself killed running around like that? I don't follow. Kenji thighs and adjusts his glasses before what could be understood as an attempt at explaining himself patiently. Look, we are friends, so I'm telling you this for your own good. But if I were going to kill someone, I'd do it by throwing them off the roof and making it look like an accident. And if I've thought of it, you can be sure they've thought of it too. They're crafty, almost as crafty as I am. I see. Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Loan me 500 yen. Really? What's about the last one we loaned you? I'm sorry. I need to get a drink, man. I've been inside all day and the tap water's been compromised, as I'm sure you know. So I need to stock up on something canned, got it? But to do that, I need 500 yen. And since I've just saved your life with my timely advice, you can at least spare me 500 yen. You know, if it'll make him go away, 500 yen is a bargain. I hand the money over to Kenji, who nods and thanks and dashes off down the hallway, but not before he locks his door. What an exhausting person. I'd better go in case he changes his mind. As I close the door, my heel taps against something lying on the floor. It's a brightly colored rectangle of paper, and this must be the something Misha mentioned before. Probably a student council leaflet she slid under the door. However, when I pick it up, I find that I couldn't have been more wrong. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing something like that in this day and age anyway? Yet, as unlikely as the prospect of receiving one sounds, this is definitely a letter I have in my hands. This is so... It's beautiful if you get a letter handwritten. The person really tried to express something special with it. So you shouldn't just bring it away or something like that. I was planning on finishing my homework, getting some dinner and going to bed in order to be ready for tomorrow's morning's runs. However, the letter has naturally caught my interest. I sit at my desk to examine it properly. Whoa, this music though. It's the first piece of mail I've received here at Yamaku, so it feels special, even if it wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. What causes me even more trepidation is the name of the sender written neatly on the back of the envelope. Ivanako? I have no idea why she would write. Oh, this one! I haven't been in contact with anyone from my old school since I transferred. And Ivanako is the last person I'd expect to want to write me a letter. This was the one who confessed her love. And then we got a heart attack and just dropped dead before her. The last time I saw Ivanako was terribly awkward. Embarrassingly so. She came to my hospital room, peeled me an apple out of courtesy, and then we practically sat in silence for half an hour, Oh, come on. She said goodbye and didn't look me in the eye when she closed the door. It might have been a natural end to the series of visits that were probably pretty painful for both of us. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to talk to her, but something stopped me every time. Every time that I didn't speak made the next time even harder. She looked so guilty that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her, and I never could figure out the right words to say. I think Ivanako blamed herself for my heart attack. That's ridiculous, of course, but knowing it and believing it are two very different things. I told her that it wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I really think she understood that if it hadn't been that, then sooner or later something else would have made my heart give out. Yet she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened that door and entered my room. So I never managed to say the things I wanted to say. In the end, that might have hurt her even more. Carefully I open the envelope and draw out the folded letter from within. Dear Hiso, how are you? I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second year class got put together in class 3-1 for the final year, so we are pretty comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. The mood among the third year seems to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they are so far away. The teachers are badgering us about it all the time, even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year. Would you believe it? I was sure that he'd retire after our second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. It's so weird to think we are already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past. I wonder where it went. Yeah, I always wonder where my time went too. The new first year seems so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident, back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. Yeah, I think I've had quite enough of this. I crumple up the sheet of paper and toss it across the room. My aim is off, so the letter rolls under my nightstand, instead of going into my wastebasket. That was an apology for abandoning me. Except I don't know that I really need it anymore at this point. The hospital seems like a lifetime ago, and here, now I've got other things on my mind. Amy, for starters. Got Amy on your mind, great. It wasn't great to be abandoned during my stay, but it's not something I worried about anymore. In fact, I hadn't even thought about the hospital in what feels like forever until this letter came in. It's almost annoying to have received it. I've got exams to study for myself. I have no time for the past. Now about that homework. I knew this would come. So what's the plan for today anyway? I'm waiting patiently in the hallway of the girls' dormitory just outside of Amy, Win and Win's rooms. Amy's apparently helping Win with getting dressed. I suppose that makes perfect sense, as I've no idea how Win would get dressed otherwise. Picnic! Picnic? That's what I said. Sounds pretty exciting. I know, right? Win chooses this moment to make an observation. The sky seemed threatening today. Actually, I noticed that too, on my way over. Despite the sunshine of the early morning, the afternoon seems to have taken a turn for the gloomy. There's a heaviness to the air as well that usually heralds a rainstorm. I wonder if I should have brought my umbrella. She's got a point. Amy, you sure that you still want to risk getting caught in the rain? I don't even know why I bothered asking. Amy pops out of Win's room into the hallway, looking shocked that I've even suggested cancelling our plans. Of course! What, the threat of rain's supposed to stop me? I can't help but grin at her belligerent response. It's almost like she's daring the rain to come. If Mother Nature were walking down the street, I think Amy would probably start a fight with her. Or at the least challenge her to a race. In fact, Amy seems almost aggressively cheerful today. How can you be aggressively cheerful? Win wanders out in the hallway, looking her usual self. Well then, are we all ready to go? I'm ready. Win nods and says a single word. Basket. Beg pardon? The basket in Amy's room. You should carry it. Amy claps a hand to her mouth, embarrassed. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot all about it. Nice save, Win. Amy darts into her room and emerges with what looks like a very well-stocked picnic basket. Sounds delicious. As she hands it over to me, I note that it feels heavy enough to be one, too. Good lord, how much food did she pack? More to the point, where'd she get the money for all this? So are we set to head out? Yep. Win gives another nod and we head out of the dormitory. I can't help but frown when I notice how grey the sky's gotten in the 10 minutes I was inside. Still, Amy does not seem concerned by such pretty concerns as the color of the sky. She's positively skipping as we walk. Which reminds me, where are we going? This brings Amy up short and she shoots me an embarrassed look. You know, I hadn't really thought of that. What do you think, Heatho? I'm listening. Well, there's a spot where we ate during the festival, but it might be nice to leave the campus for a while. However, I'm not sure if there's any good places to do that in town. Just as I'm about to open my mouth, Win unexpectedly interjects with a suggestion. There's a park in town near the art shop. Great idea, Win! I totally forgot all about that place. Crisis averted. Do you know how to get there, Win? Win shrugs. It's pretty likely. Good enough for me. I would prefer knowing for sure, but what the hell? Lead on, Win. The three of us quickly make our way off campus and take the road down into town. Oh, nice, a new location. This basket's a bit heavy. I hope that the park is close by. We pass the art supply store, Win slowing her pace slightly as we go by. Amy notices Win's change of pace and stops. You wanna go in, Win? Win shrugs. Nothing I need. Are you sure? There's the slightest flutter of a smile on Win's face, quickly replaced with her usual expression. Life uncertain, but on this at least I'm pretty sure. Nice of you to offer. Well, it's not like I'm the one carrying the basket. But I'll bet Hiso wouldn't have minded anyway, right? Oh, of course not. This is hardly a heavy load. No, of course not heavy at all, but I almost can't carry it anymore. But yes, I am a Pure gentleman. Always gentleman. I flex for emphasis. Amy stifles a snort of laughter while pointing to the park at which we've suddenly arrived. Why did the music jump? Oh, I remember this place. I went into here that one time, didn't I, Win? Win's eyebrow raises slightly. Maybe. I'm unwilling to say for certain one way or the other. Memory's a tricky thing, you know? Well, I'll be. We made it in one piece after all. The sun's still nowhere to be seen, but neither Amy nor Win seem to mind. We find a spot to sit on the grass, and I set the basket down gratefully. And now let's look at the picture. Look at this nice place, and we even can see the protagonist again. This is one of those rare games where the protagonist actually has his own face. And we don't have to imagine how he looks, and he looks quite handsome. I must say. Here's Amy, is here, and there's Win. They look all cute. And Chips! Great! There are Chips in there. I know who would have liked that. Well, he played this game, so he probably saw that if he took the same road as I did. Yeah. Alright, let's continue. There's a surprising amount of food prepared. Maybe we were supposed to be joined by some of Amy's teammates or something? I'm starving! Dig in! She attacked the food as if she had nothing to eat for years. And it's raining! I'm just reaching for the food myself when I feel the first drop of rain land on the back of my hand. Uh-oh. Looks like the weather's not going to cooperate with us after all. Amy glares at the sky as if that alone will hold back the rain. I very nearly believe she can do it. It's one heck of a glare. I did better cooperate. You hear me, Sky? You stop that raining right this instant. The sky doesn't seem inclined to listen to her, despite the commanding tone she is taken with it. Instead, the rain seems to increase. Win wrinkles her nose in distaste at this turn of events. Regrettable. What do you mean? Win shrugs. I could paint this if I went out there, here. Shame to miss it is all. She doesn't seem angry or annoyed about it, just a little disappointed. Amy laughs in response to Win's comment. Guess we should have stopped in that art supply store after all, huh? The rain increases a little more, offended that we haven't fled yet. Despite the warm temperatures we've been enjoying, the rain is rather cold. I wished I brought my umbrella. Hey, we should probably head inside to keep dry. We're already pretty wet here, though. Yes, you are. Yeah, but we can dry off this way and maybe wait out the storm. You don't want to catch a cold or anything, do you? Amy considered this for a moment. I can tell that part of her wants to stay out in the rain just to spite the weather. Unfortunately for her, the weather hardly cares about what we do. I suppose you're right. Where could we go? I don't have an answer for her. The area is still pretty new to me. Though I guess I'm slowly getting used to the school itself, the surrounding town remains a mystery. All I know is the art supply store, and that's only because we've just passed it. Fortunately, Amy soon snaps her fingers in triumph. That's it! There's a tea shop nearby! We could have some tea and dry out, no problem. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Great! You know where it is? Amy nods, looking fairly confident. Sure I do. I think. But it'll be an adventure either way, right? Adventure, huh? Well, I suppose we could use a little adventure. I think as long as we get out of the rain, I'll be happy. The picnic basket is a little lighter now at least. Lead on! Win and I follow Amy as she weaves through the streets with something approaching confidence. Now a left here. There! The Shanghai! Amy beams triumphantly as she points to the tea shop. It seems fairly crowded inside. A symptom of the sudden rain, I'm sure. We know her! Welcome! Can I? I'm surprised to find out that our waitress is none other than Yuko. She sure looks the part in her uniform. It's hard to believe that this is the same librarian from our school. Does she work 2 jobs? I guess that must be it. Oh, it's you! Yuko seems to know Amy. Amy grins brightly, pleased to be remembered. Hey, Yuko! Hi, Yuko! I didn't know you worked here too. Do I know you? You seem awfully familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen you in here. Yeah, thanks. We met at your other job, at the Yamako Library, remember? Her eyes widen in memory. Yeah, that's it! Nice to see you again! Oh no! This is bad! I should have remembered a customer's face! I'm sorry! I'm terribly sorry! Yuko goes from realization to panic in a split second, performing a series of high-speed bows, and narrowly avoid getting head-butted in the process. Whoa, hey, calm down! Listen, I wasn't a customer when we first met. In fact, I hadn't ever been to the Shanghai, so it's alright. Not the best display of logic, but it seems to relax her a little. Do you really think though? Ow, I really can't pronounce right now. Yeah, I'm sure. Positive. Isn't that right, girls? Amy has been watching this little drama unfold with considerable amusement. Yep, it sure is. Well, okay. So Yuko, got room to seat us? Yuko nods and leads us to a corner booth, providing us with some small towels before taking our order. What will you have? Cake and some tea too, I guess. What kind of cake? Surprise me! Yuko looks uncomfortable at the thought of surprising anyone, but she gives a nod and turns to Win. And for you? I'll take a straw. My feet are all wet. Sorry? A drinking kind of straw one. One, please. Yuko's obviously uncertain of what to think about this. She fiddles with her pen and stationery for a moment, looking like she's about to cry, before turning in my direction. And you, sir? Just tea, I think. Amy would probably yell at me if I ordered cake. Aw, come on, Hisao. Don't let me be the only one with food. I feel like a pig. Just trying to eat healthy. Your orders, after all. Well, today's your day off. You can be healthy tomorrow. Well, then I suppose I will have some cake after all. Yuko seems slightly irritated that I'm changing my mind. What kind? I glance at Amy and grin. Surprise me. Yuko sighs and nods. Very well, your order will be out soon. Despite the crowd, our order does indeed arrive quickly. Thanks, Yuko. Yuko nods in appreciation. This is a different guy than usual, isn't it? What? Different guy? Amy must notice my confusion, because she seems a little embarrassed. What? Oh yeah, I guess he is. This is my friend, Hisao. We've met. Wait, a different guy? What does that mean? Huh, small world. Well, let me know if you need anything. With that, Yuko takes off like a shot to wait on some other tables, leaving me to ponder the comment. Different guy, huh? Guess it made sense, right? Amy's pretty popular. Or so I've been told. Oh, there's another guy? It's probably that kid from the track team. Why am I feeling so sad right now? I even start to shiver. Can see my sad face, can you? This is stupid. I can't just ask Amy. Yeah, right. So, who's the other guy, huh? You got a secret lover or something? Amy laughed again. Only I get the feeling it's from nervousness as much as anything else. It's just a track team captain. He likes coming down here after practice sometimes. So if you have anything to discuss, I tag along. Sounds mighty suspicious to me. Oh, I see. I could let the matter drop, but I can't resist at least getting another dig in. Oh, I like this, Hiso. You're getting smarter. I can feel that. So, it is a secret lover. Oh, he really tries to shrug it off and seem like the cool dude. I knew it. And while he says this, he feels a slight pain in his chest, and it isn't his heart. Well, it's kind of his heart, but not in the same way. Win watches our play, seemingly mildly amused before muttering something that I don't quite catch. Anyway. What? Huh? Win jerks back from wherever her mind went off to. Huh? What did you just say? Huh? No, before that. No idea. Oh well. Okay. I let the matter drop, but I can't help notice that Amy seemed relieved that Win interrupted the conversation. Come on! Dig in again! Maybe I went a little too far. You need to know! I need to know! Conversation dies down for a moment as Amy and I busy ourselves with cake. Mine is strawberry and surprisingly good. Oh God! Come on, Amy! She steals my food and scared the crap out of me! Amy seems to think so too, as she suddenly reaches over her fork and steals a bit. Thief! Pirate, there's a difference. We're not on water. Well, no, but there's a lot of water outside, so it still works, right? Besides, you can have some of mine. I think it's cranberry or something. I should have asked for the strawberry. I like strawberries. Feel free to help yourself to mine, if you really must. For some reason I feel compelled to add, seeing as how you've already done it once and all. Amy sticks her tongue out at me, but that doesn't stop her from appropriating my cake. I try some of hers as well. It's raspberry, and pretty good. The veins let up. I would appear that Win is correct. Good timing too. I finished my food, and it looks like Amy has as well. Well, we'd better pay and get a move on before it starts raining again. It takes a few minutes to get Yuko's attention, but we pay and get out pretty quickly. So, do you want to return to the park? My jaw nearly drops. Are you kidding? It's probably going to rain again. In fact, I think I just felt some raindrops. You may be right. Well, okay. I let you off the hook this time, but you owe me a picnic now. Got it? I don't know if she's addressing me, Win, or the both of us. Fine, fine. Now hurry up! I wanted to get some laps in at the track, and it would be nice to do it without the rain. I thought this was your day off. Well... Amy suddenly seems reluctant to explain herself. I need the practice! And I need to burn off the cake anyway! Why do I get the feeling that she's leaving something out? Or does she really have already a boyfriend? Are you sure it wasn't that much cake? No, it wasn't that much cake for you. I ate most of it. She's got a point there. Still, I feel like I should at least offer to run with her. Perfect timing to end this episode here, even though my answer is pretty obvious by now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, leave a like and maybe a comment, and I will see you hopefully in the next episode. Stay tuned.